All right, good morning, guys. This is lesson 2. We're going to solve equations with variables on both sides. So I'm going to do question 1 here. Let's look at it. I have 4 different terms. I have 2 on both sides. I have a 10n, an 8n, a minus 5, and a plus 11. My goal is to get the variable on one side. So I like to have the variable be positive. So I'm going to transfer the 8 or cancel out the 8 on both sides. This cancels out. 10 minus 8 is 2n. Every time I do a step, I like to rewrite my problem. So this is what I'm left over. Here's my n. Now I have to get rid of this 5. So I'm going to take the opposite, plus 5 on both sides. I like to cancel out. That becomes a 0. Now I'm left over with 2n equals 16. And then I'm going to divide by 2 to get n by itself. And n will equal 8. Now if I plug this 8 back in for this n, that's going to be 80 minus 5 is 75. And then the 8 would be 64 plus 11. That would also give me 75. So I'm going to skip around and come down here. Now let's look at this one. I have a minus 10k and a plus 6k and 11 and minus 13. The way I look at it, I want to get that k positive. So I'm going to start with the 10. Take the opposite. This gives me a 4k equal sign. Don't forget about this 11 over here. Now this changed from a minus to a plus because of adding a positive number. Now I have k on one side. I'm going to subtract 11. That becomes a 0. Careful right here. That's negative 24. I'm going to divide by a positive 4k, or by a positive 4. And then I'm going to get k equals negative 6. And if you plug that back in, both of these will equal on both sides. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do this decimal problem. Okay, let's take a look at it. I have a 2.5x, a 3.4x, a 2, 5.6. Everything's positive. So I'm going to take the lower term with the variable. That will keep my x positive. Right, rewrite everything. Okay, now the next step is to get the 2 canceled out. That's a 0. And then if you subtract that, it's going to give me a 3.6. Don't forget those decimals. We'll divide by 0.9. And my x is going to be 4. Positive 4. So everything worked out positively. There's no negatives involved. So if you plug that 4 back in for x, they will equal on both sides.